Thanks to the full moon, it was quite bright at 8 o'clock in the morning as Etienne slid into the cockpit of his Newport 17. The moonlight glistened off the engine cowling as the engine started up and the flight of 3 Newports took to the skies. Today's mission was a simple one. The flight of 3 would go up bright and early and suppress some German balloons that have been reported in the area. These balloons are heavily defended by ground forces, so shooting them down will not be an easy task. Etienne would be in the number 2 position today for this morning flight. By the time the flight has completed their mission, the sun should be up. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to IL-2 Flying Circus as we find ourselves once again in our Newport 17. We are taking off at 8 o'clock in the morning. It is still incredibly dark. Lots of moonlight though, which is nice. We are tasked with heading out over towards the German side of the lines and engaging some balloons which are up. I'm kind of surprised we haven't really had an opportunity to engage very many balloons thus far in the series, so I'm kind of excited to be doing that. It's kind of crazy we have another very early morning mission as well, but let's adjust our RPM, make sure things are looking good. Mixture's good, perfect. We are going to do an orbit around our home airfield before pushing out towards the front lines. Okay, that's number 3. I should be in the number 2 position. I'm falling behind flight lead there just a little bit. I can't even make out a... well, yeah, I can make out a streamer, actually. There it is. Regardless, hopefully, this mission's a little less hectic than the previous one. Our last patrol saw us getting jumped by a whole bunch of albatrosses, which was mighty intense. We are formed up nicely here, moving in towards no man's land. We are still working on our pattern here. Still have a little ways to go before we head out to engage and search for the enemy balloon. If we look over to the east, we can see the sun is slowly starting to rise. It is quite pink over there. I suspect by the time we need to land, we will have plenty of light to work with, which will certainly be good for us, knowing my difficulties with landing this particular crate. Okay, we're making a right-hand turn. And try to avoid a collision here. Perfect, there we go. Looking good. Not seeing too much activity. Sporadic artillery shells off in no man's land, but other than that, I have not seen anything. There is an observation balloon behind us somewhere. I suspect it is, in fact, friendly, but I cannot be too sure. Okay. Rather nice morning. Probably incredibly chilly. Has to be absolutely freezing up here. It is 8:07 in the morning. We have been airborne for about 7 minutes now. Okay, we have climbed up just a little bit. We are at 1,500 meters, I think, if I'm reading that. Maybe 1,600 meters. Hard to read it due to the vibrations at this point. We're also getting a ton of turbulence up here, which may make engaging a balloon rather difficult. I'm looking out there and seeing if I can spot anything. It does not look like I'm seeing anything. Make sure I stick with flight lead here. That's number 3. No, it's not. That is flight lead. Okay. I lost my bearings for a second. Let's charge our Vickers. There we go. We're ready for action. Now, engaging balloons is, in fact, risky business. It's a lot riskier than you would expect. Balloons are counted as aerial victories due to just how dangerous they were to engage. Typically, these balloons would have serious anti-aircraft defenses around them, at their base to protect them. So there is that. We do have that to look forward to. Ground fire is no joke. Okay, let's slow down. It looks like flight lead's kind of in a shallow dive. What do you see, my friend? And if we take a look at the map, the front lines may be a little different. It looks like the balloon bust is just on the edge of no man's land. It is possible that the Germans have extended their lines a little bit here. And there's a balloon closer than we think. I did spot a balloon over here earlier. I assumed it was friendly, but then I took a better look at the map. Am I seeing anything? Negative. Well, we'll patrol. Maybe we'll find this thing. I've spotted something. 2 o'clock low in the forest. There it is. That's a balloon. Yeah, I do think the Germans have some sort of salient here. They've extended their lines past, you know, this pop-marked terrain. And they have an observation balloon up. Okay. Good to know. Not sure exactly where the front lines are drawn. It looks like the French are trying to conduct an offensive here. It's a little difficult in winter. Okay, there it is. Got it. That very well may be a French balloon. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? I need to fly by it before I start blasting it. Flight lead doesn't seem too interested in it, so it's very well may be friendly. He has to see that by now. It might just be a friendly balloon. Anything else out here? Negative. Okay, I'll stick with flight leader. I don't want to peel off. I can't make out any roundels or anything on that, of course. It is way too dark for that. I'm going to assume that was, in fact, a friendly balloon. We are going to turn north here momentarily once we reach a little funky looking forest, which really narrows it down. I know. I think, no, I was like, that might be our forest where we turn. I'm not the flight lead, so I'm not too concerned. I think that might be it right there in front of us. Okay. I also, train, there's a train down there. Okay, let's catch up. I'm lagging behind, but yeah, there's a train with its light on, chugging along. Love to see that. And just as I spoke of it, we are turning to the north. I am with flight lead here. There's the train way down there. We are turning north-ish. North-ish. Yeah, we're heading like 330. Thereabouts. What do you see? He may have actually spotted something that I, once again, cannot see. Guns ready to go. Okay, all three of us are still together. Good. Flight lead's making a turn. Is this it? Are we heading back home? I wonder if he is. He's just following his flight plan. Huh. No balloons spotted. None out there. Alright, well, we'll turn back home and see what happens here. Looks like a whole lot of nothing. We are in the process of egressing, heading back home, and yeah, this balloon right here has absolutely got to be friendly. This is the one we were passing. We were dropping down altitude pretty quickly. My flight lead and company have really just overtaken me. They're way in front, but we just need to maintain this course to make it back home. I'm not too concerned about it. Kind of disappointed we weren't able to find a balloon or, you know, get into any action. Personally, I do enjoy missions where nothing happens, but I'm always conflicted if I should actually upload these particular sorties. It is a little bit more realistic. More often than not, these pilots would go up and find a whole lot of nothing. I have tracer fire to the left on our balloon. Okay, we're going. What is this? Give it the beans. Here we go. I spoke a little too soon, didn't I? Okay, something shooting, a single aircraft is shooting at our balloon. You can see some of those rounds ricocheting off the balloon, and they are diving past it. Single aircraft. Here we go. I am... Fuel, I can barely make out the fuel gauge. Looks like we are running a little low. Look at all the anti-aircraft fire going up. That is going to be dangerous for us. I wish flight lead could see this. Let's fire off a flare. Maybe they'll see it. Okay, they are bringing down the balloon. I do not see the Hun. Okay, let's try to come around to the right. Go around to the left here. Hello, hello. There he is. Got him. 3 o'clock. We have the altitude advantage at the moment. Barely. Maybe a couple hundred feet. Yeah, just a singleton. Okay. Make sure he doesn't have a buddy. This very well could be a trap. Let's lean out our mixture just a bit. Okay, there's the balloon. They're shooting at it. They don't see us. They're locked in on that balloon. That'll be the last mistake you make, buddy. Okay, we got to be aggressive. What is this? It looks... It's an albatross. Try to get him off it. Hello. You see me yet? Let's absolutely hammer that albatross. Is the balloon okay? The balloon's all right. Get all this anti-air going up. We have a second aircraft. Another albatross. Crap. Okay, here we go. We gotta be precise and lethal. There we go. Hits. Try to pull tighter. Come on. Okay. Peel off. Where's the other alb? No idea where he's ran off to. Let's avoid the cables for our balloon. Hello. Don't worry, boys. At the ends here. Okay, that albatross is running. Now, I lost sight of the second one. I wanted to fire another flare, but looks like I can't. This is the flight lead. He already has a bunch of holes in his wing. Okay, got him a bit. Who knows where his number 2 ran off to? absolutely just ripping into this guy. And plane's in pretty bad shape, I'd have to guess. Do a quick scan. Wow, he flipped around pretty quick. We will do the same. Okay, lost sight of him. Behind me. What are you doing? Fuel. Feels okay. I am getting a little worried about it. Okay, let's close in on this guy. 6 o'clock is clean. Okay, he still wants to fight. Let's avoid that, though. Not interested in go head on. Chances are, I'm not as worried about his 2 Spandau machine guns. Those are scary, don't get me wrong. I'm worried about him hitting us. If we get in a collision, we are absolutely done for.